do one thing is how you do everything. I keep hearing this over and over again in a program that I'm in. I've heard it before. It's a common statement to be said in personal growth and personal development circles. I'll repeat it again because it's worth repeating. How you do one thing is how you do everything. So in this particular program that I'm in, the first week or two of the program are loaded with homework, like tons of homework. And we are asked how we handled that. Did we throw up our hands and say, there's no frickin' way that I can complete all that homework, so I'm not even going to try? Or did we rush through it? Or did we rush through it? Or did we just not do it at all? Like, how did we handle it? And then you ask yourself, well, if how I do one thing is how I do everything, then how I handle that is how I must handle other stuff. So let me look at that. Really, really important exercise. And that's why I wanted today to talk about this briefly, is to ask you to do the same. To ask yourself how you do things. So if you are not progressing on a project at work and you're frustrated, how does that show up? Like, the project's not going as fast as you want, and so you're frustrated, and then do you just not work on it, or do you just come to it with a bad attitude? How do you do with it? How do you deal with it? So then you can extrapolate that to your relationships. What happens when you're frustrated in your relationships? Do you handle them the same way? Do you show up frustrated and angry and irritated, or what do you do? Or do you throw your hands up and say, I'm out of here, like, this is too frustrating, I'm not going to deal with it? Or do you go have a bottle of wine? What do you do? Then look at your health. Then look at your finances. How you do one thing is how you do everything. So today I want to encourage you to make an accounting. Look at every area of life and find the similarities between how you do things. So the easiest way is to pick one thing. So like in this course where they said, okay, so here we have a whole lot of homework, and let's see how you handle that homework. So pick one thing like that, something that's a challenge for you. Maybe it's your health, or maybe it is your relationship, or maybe there's a project at work. Pick one thing and notice how you handle it. From day to day, how do you handle that one thing, right? Then, again, extrapolate and say, okay, so if I'm handling this way, how do I handle other things? So maybe you're a perfectionist, and this comes out at work the most. You see it at work that you don't like to release projects because you never think they're good enough. Maybe you're a writer like me, and you don't want to release your manuscript because you don't think it's good enough yet. Then ask yourself, okay, so if I'm a perfectionist at work, where else am I a perfectionist? And you might discover that you're a perfectionist when it comes to, if you're a woman, your hair, your makeup, your dress. If you're a man, you might be a perfectionist when it comes to your workouts. Like, they have to be just right. You have to have just the right workout, just the right weights, just the right outfit, just the right amount of time, and you have to have just the right results, or you're just not happy. You can see how this goes from one topic to another, one life arena to another. And so once you see that, you can then make some decisions about how you want to show up, right? You can say, hey, there was all that homework this week in that program, and I got halfway through and then I gave up. Okay, so then if how I do one thing is how I do everything, and I gave up with that, where else am I giving up? Where else am I, feeling like something's too hard or too time consuming and giving up on it? It could be your relationship. Maybe you're giving up there. Maybe you're like, this is just too hard, too time consuming, too frustrating. I'm just not going to bother anymore to make my relationship better. Maybe you're doing it with your health. I can't seem to lose weight, so why bother? I'm just not going to bother losing weight because I keep working out and doing these diets, and I'm miserable because I can't eat what I want, and nothing's changing, and so I'm just not going to bother. I'm going to give up. Same with your finances. Oh my God, look at my bank account. I still do not have enough money in the bank. Doesn't matter how much I work, how much I try to focus my attention on abundance rather than lack, how much money I try to save, I'm still always behind, and I'm never going to get to retire, and so I might as well just give up and be a homeless person. You get the idea. So I want you to make an accounting, okay? Begin and make an accounting in every area, see how you handle things, and start to find the similarities. Find a project, like I mentioned, that you're working on. Look at how you're dealing with that and see how that translates to other things you do. And then choose to be different. Choose to be a person who handles it differently. Choose to be a person who follows through even when it's hard. Choose to be a person who lets things go out into the world, lets themselves go out into the world, even when they're not perfect. Choose to be the person you really want to be. Choose to be the person that will help you get to where you're going, and show up that way. Do the things that that person would do, because that's the key always, is identity. Who do you want to be? Then do the things that are in alignment with who you want to be, right? Be that person. That person would do X, Y, Z. That person would not be frustrated. They would find another way. That person would be, would do their best and then release what they have to the world. That person would work hard no matter what to achieve the goal. Whoever it is you want to be, do the things that are in alignment with that. And again, how you do one thing is how you do everything. So you can start with just your relationship. Who do you want to be in terms of relationships? And how do you want to behave then? How would you behave if you were that person? Go take action. Do something in that arena, or in work, or in finances, or health, and let that new way of being ripple out over your whole life. Because the things you're doing in that one area, you're going to start to do them elsewhere. It's going to become who you are and your mindset and your way of showing up in the world. Because how you do one thing is how you do everything. So make a change in one area and watch it ripple across every life arena. I'm Nina Amir. I'm the Inspiration to Creation coach. I'm a transformational coach who brings certified high performance coaching and what I call inspired results coaching to the table for my clients and for the members of my Inspired Creator community. I combine personal and spiritual growth to help you step into that best self, to help you be who you want to be, and to do the things that help you get to where you want to go or have what you want to have. I help you transform from the inside out using both personal and spiritual growth. If you are here and you want to be there, if you are showing up in a certain way and you would like to show up differently, if you are doing things that you don't want to be doing, you'd like to change your actions, then check out the Inspired Creator community. It's where I do group coaching, group high performance coaching and inspired results coaching. And yeah, it's where I offer the best that I have. I put it all together into a package and bring you that personal and spiritual growth to help you become the person you know you're meant to be, to step into your best self, to achieve your purpose, and to achieve your potential, and to live a life that feeds your soul. So check out the Inspired Creator community, and until next time, go out there and achieve more inspired results.